Hey folks, hey, here's another video. It's kind of a long one. It is part 2 on the Ninja, trying to make it a daily driver, and a whole bunch of work I did on it. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and watch the video. Thanks for watching. Yeah, well, the Ninja, I'm taking the carbs out because they were leaking. I got it registered. I took it for a driver on the block, and it was not good. It didn't seem to have any power, and then it just started acting like it wasn't getting gas. So this is the air box, which is incredibly easy to take out. Okay. So I think it's the fuel petcock that was on it. This is the one that was on it. This is the inlet, and it pointed down. So to get gas, it had to go, and this is not the fuel filled line that was on it. It had to like go down like this. I don't know if you can see. And then go over to the carbs. And the carbs themselves have a bigger fuel rail, a fuel line on it. I think this is 1/4 inch, and this is probably 5/16. The bigger one. Carbs are kind of dirty. But anyway, I'm taking them out because I have the O-rings for the fuel rails, and I have the gaskets for the float bowls. I had already ordered another petcock. You can see here where I had to ground off part of the on-off switch, because if you put it all the way up, it wouldn't go up. I mean, that should have been the first hint. And then the vacuum line that activates it when it's in the on position was hitting the carburetor. So that's not the right one. So I just ordered $118 worth of reproduction petcock from a place in the UK to get the correct one. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, so I gotta get the inlet, the intake ports, clamps. I have to loosen those up, and I also have to get the throttle cables off it. Well, I guess that can wait, but I have to get these vacuum lines disconnected anyway. And the choke cable has to come off. All right. Alright, so yeah, I didn't show like just taking all these screws out. There's 2 rails. One secures it from the bottom side of the intake side of the carbs. The other one's on the back side. This is a rail for the chokes. Hooks into all the chokes, and they go back and forth. And these little washers, you don't want to lose those because the rail slides between those washers. Okay, so everything's out, so you pull the 2 sides apart. The O-rings that I'm changing are these ones here. Feels kind of hard. It's funny, yesterday when I wrote it wasn't leaking, but then again it was running out of gas. So alright, so that's that side, and then this side This is for vacuum, not vacuum. These are the vacuum ports. This is for the overflow. Like if the float doesn't change, the float gets stuck or something like that. And then here are more of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I ordered 8. So these springs go in between. The way that you adjust the vacuum sink on these is with these little screws right here. I think this is the reference carburetor. Don't want to lose springs. Get that out of there, get that out of there. Okay. And since I have them all apart, I think I will go ahead and put them in the ultrasonic cleaner. I'll take them all apart and put them in the ultrasonic cleaner. I have to wait on that petcock anyway. But that's okay. It's only March 8th. Yesterday was March 7th. I went down the highway on the Z1R at 70 miles an hour in a t-shirt at March 7th. And so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll take the float bowls off. Somebody's been in here recently. Oh, I hope they didn't. Well, I don't know. It kind of seemed to run okay initially, till it didn't. Somebody's been in here recently. Like these are brand new screws on the float bowls. That that fuel inlet, fuel mixture screw looks new. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they had that 4 full turns out. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns. So that's pretty far out. But hopefully whoever took them apart jetted it. And it seemed like it was running really well when I did the burnout and all that. So I don't know why it had a problem all of a sudden once I actually drove it. What the hell is that? Oh, dirt. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like somebody bought the exact same $22 cheapo carb rebuild kit that I bought, because it looks newish and it has the same screws. That's why the bottom screws are all new. The top screws are not new because they don't come in the kit. I hope the jets are correct. I'll write them all down. I'll see if they have numbers on them. They probably don't. Yeah, unfortunately, probably somebody just stuck the kit in. I made that mistake when I bought my GPZ 900 Ninja 900. I took the jets that were in it and threw them out, and it took me forever to get it rejetted. Anyway, I bet the kit doesn't come with the O-rings for the fuel rails, and that's why they didn't replace those. And that's probably where the leak was coming from. Once those get really old, they tend to leak. Yeah, these are old. So that's probably the issue. But since I have an ultrasonic cleaner, and whoever did these probably did not, I will go ahead and strip them. Alright, so I just got them out of the ultrasonic cleaner and then I washed them off with hot soapy water, scrubbed them down again, and now I'm going to go blow them off. Alright, so I've ultrasonic cleaned and hit these things with carburetor cleaner, and they're definitely clean. It seems like when they dry out they have that kind of white crap on them. So I just doused them again with carburetor cleaner, but I don't think it's going to do much good. Anywho. So this is carburetor number 1. And I have to put put them all together, and then put together 1 and 2, put together 3 and 4, and then combine them all into one unit. So let's, that has some rust on it. Do I really want to deal with rust right now? No, I'm not going to bother dealing with rust. I'm just going to put it together. I want to get this bike functional. Okay, so let's put together the bottom. So let's see what we got. This is the slow jet. Pilot jet, I guess you call it. And this is the main jet. Does it have a number on it? No. Alright, and the float and the needle, whoops. Okay, so that's all there is there. And these gaskets are new. And I'm going to have to struggle with the gasket, of course. Stretch it out a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the fuel, the idle fuel mixture needle. So you got the needle, the spring, little metal washer, tiny O-ring. That all goes in there. It's funny that that needle pokes out into the venturi, I think it's called. Alright, I'm gonna worry about that. Well, I have it written down somewhere. How many turns was it? Yeah, it was 4 turns out, right? One. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. That's way out there. I'm going to put it in 1 turn, so I'm going to set it at 3 turns. And then the choke goes in there. This only goes in one way. Like that. Sorry, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so then there's a spring and then a cap. So this kit, cheapo kit, came with new screws for the top and the bottom. It already has new screws on the bottom. Okay, so there's one. So I'm going to do that 4 more times. Alright, so I'm getting ready to put the carburetors back together. I've assembled each individual carburetor. Now I need to stick them back together. So the reason I took them apart was to replace these O-rings. So they're very brittle, probably the original ones. And I think, so there's one O-ring on each of the joints that go between the first 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 cylinder. And then this is the pipe that goes between 2 and 3, and it has a single inlet, and this has 2 O-rings on each end. And this one was either broken or I broke it off, but you can feel that it's hard, so it's no good. Alright, so then here are the part number O-rings, which look too small to me. Yeah, I don't know if these are the right O-rings. They came like this from something or other Power Sports. I don't know. No. Oops. I don't think that's the right O-ring. Nope, I don't think it is. I mean, you can just look. This is quite bigger. So I'll have to go check, double check. Did I order the wrong part number? Did they just scam me and send me the wrong thing? Okay, so what happened is Partzilla listed 8 of these. There's 2 on each end of the plastic inlet that goes between the 2 sets of carburetors, cylinder 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Plus there's 2, 1 on each end of these vent tubes that go up top. That's why there's 8. But then there's 4 of these ones, and they're a different part number. They're thicker. So I just had to order 4 of these, and now I'll have to wait for another week before I can do anything with this. But drive it. But I did order tires because the back tire is from 1991 and the front tire is dry rotted and crappy. And I did notice when I took it down the road about 70 miles an hour, it felt a little bumpy. So I can do that in the meantime. I also ordered a positive battery wire because this one is starting to come apart. And I also ordered a very cheap replacement voltage regulator rectifier, which I'm not sure if the bike is charging. When it's running, it seems fine, but I put the voltmeter on it while it was running, and it was only like 12.2 volts. Usually it'll be 13 to 14 volts. And something's going on here. There's a wire here that's going somewhere. Looks like that might go to the, I don't know, generator? Is that the generator? Where's the generator? You would think that was the generator. I do have another, to see how this cover's split. I do have another cover coming. Also the tail light is actually cracked right there, and it's splintered. So I've got another tail light. I got some of these nice black screws and some black washers to go in place of some of these crappy ones. Yeah. I bought a replacement fairing, and the idiot put it in a box that was too small, and he cracked the lip. So it was in really nice condition, came and it's cracked. And then I have some side panels that I got also, mostly to replace this one because it's just wrecked. JB Weld. And they look nicer in the pictures. They're not cracked, but they're just, the paint looks crappy. So I have those when I want to eventually restore it, if I do that. Like I said, I bought this little passenger seat. Got a grab bar. Got some new grips. Grab bar goes here. Somewhere like that. There's holes in there for bolts. Not sure if I'm going to put that on right now. But that was a part that's missing. What else? Anything else? Yeah, like I said, I ordered a $118 it's costing me from the UK to get a proper petcock. I also bought this $18 one, which will work if I want to put this one on in the interim. But since I have to wait again to put the carbs together, probably it'll be here by the time I get the O-rings for next weekend, hopefully. I did buy also this new gas cap because that one is leaking. I don't know that this is going to be any better. This was like 20 bucks from China. Anyway, okay, so that's it for now. Well, I think I'm changing a brand new oil filter and brand new oil, but you never know. It looked black. That's gonna make a mess. These cheap kits, it comes with the O-rings. So we get this bolt O-ring, we got this O-ring here on the, that O-ring's totally fine. I'll change it anyway. Get it out of there. Okay. So yeah, this is what you get when you get stuff that's super cheap. I mean, should I install this O-ring? It feels like it's a little too big. There ain't nothing wrong with this O-ring. Okay, I'll just put this right back where it was. So how about the bolt O-ring? Is it going to be the right one? Alright, yeah, had to put this in the vise and turn it, and it went into place. Okay, so that's good to go. Spring. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I think I found the problem with the exhaust leak. The crossover pipe has this clamp, and it's kind of in the way of the oil filter. So somebody took the bolt out, and then they couldn't get it back on, or they just forgot about it. But the threads are not allowing me to put this in. So we'll go ahead and re-tap this. Sprocket's in pretty good shape. It's not all bent or anything. Rear brake pads. Actually quite a bit of meat left on those. But I got new ones, and something's gone on with them because this one has a big divot in it. The disc is not, oh, I don't know if you guys can see any of that. So brake pads have, this one's cracked. It's like heat got to it. It seems like there's plenty of meat on the brake pad. This one almost looks like it's had a piece of brake pad glued onto it. It's kind of funny. Like there's a brake pad, what looks to be a piece of brake pad there, and then there's a piece here. Anyway, I have new ones. Sprocket is in good shape. I should get the date code off of this. Actually, I think this one just had the year on it. It was like 1991. Dunlop, Harley Davidson type. Anyway, that's the back. Making a mess out of my new speedometer cable. I think I've ruined it. Crap. Okay. Off there. There we go. Yeah, well, I didn't want to go down the restoration path. Oh, I did a lousy job on that one. But I cleaned up these discs, tried to polish a little bit, and painted the inside. But of course, I just noticed that I must have had tape there. Did a crappy job on that. Anyway, and these are the bolts that hold them on. So I got my nice new tires on there. I kind of wimped out and I brought them to a motorsport place and had them do it. $140 to have them mounted and balanced. But they look better. And let's see, I gotta figure out how to get the rear brake pads in there. Hopefully that's not difficult. And so first of all, I gotta reassemble things. Yeah, so put the new tires on the Ninja. I'm going to check the bearings. It's got one bad bearing on the rear wheel. Felt like it was binding a little bit when I tried to roll it. Front wheel is fine. It's just that one. You can tell this one has been replaced separately. It's just the spacer moving. Anyway, replace this bearing. There's a clip in there. So you also have a bearing in the sprocket holder. Okay, back on the Ninja 600. So I got stalled because when I went to go replace the O-rings, I had ordered these little thin ones, which are for the main tube gas inlet that connects the two sets of carburetors, and these vents. But the ones for connecting each individual carburetor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, take a different O-ring. This one took 3.5 weeks to get here because it lost in the mail. I thought it was totally lost, so I ordered them again. This took 5 days to show up. So now I have duplicates and I've paid twice. Anyway, so I haven't got to ride the Ninja at all. Okay, put it on there, good. There we go, okay. So let's see, I believe I've laid them out 1, 2, oh no I didn't, okay, so what is this? So that is 4. Yeah, that's 4. Okay. That's 3. No. Inlet. Okay, so that's 1. That's 2. Right, and that's 4, and this is 3. Alright, so let's put together 1 and 2. So there's a spring, a vent, spring goes right here. Okay. We're getting the most important part, the fuel inlet. So stick it apart again. Stick that in there. There we go. Okay. So there's those two. I could do this once instead of 4 times. Okay, now the main fuel inlet goes here. And there's no big spring that goes between these ones. Fine. Okay. Is that it? That's that, I guess. Now, this one goes here. This one goes in the front. Let's make sure I got all the linkages tied together. Nope, this one's out. Oh, this goes on the bottom, okay. Alright, so I'll put this one on first. So there's a little spring that goes in between each of the throttle linkages here. Takes up the slack. You can see there, that little indent right there. It's the best way to do this, probably a screwdriver. So now the big one, the big bar here, goes like that. Alright, so now the choke has to go on. This is the lever. It actuates all the chokes. Goes like that. And there's a nylon washer behind each place where there is a screw. Okay. But maybe not the one. Not that one. Where's the cable? Cable goes here. I remember there was one that didn't have one. I assume that's where the cable is. Or the spring or whatever. Spring, I guess. Okay. Okay, so that's that. The vacuum lines. Right, so this was one set. I'm going to put these on. If I was going to sync the carburetors, I would leave these off because you need these vacuum ports to measure the vacuum. But I'm going to leave them off for now. Alright, so there's that. It might go forward actually. Yeah, I could just turn it. Okay. And this goes down here. Alright, so there's that, and this is the idle. And actually it gets mounted to the carburetors, and it was off. And it looks like it's bent. So I'll have to fix that. There's the hole. Okay. So, how's this supposed to go? Like that. I don't know, that's got to be bent, huh? Alright, and that there made sense. Okay. So, let's see. This is the $118 delivered petcock. there's the fuel outlet, and it does match this one. So I need to go find fuel line. Alright, well, not recording everything. I got these in. Got them tightened in. Got the throttle working. Now I gotta put the air box in. So, actually, where was that thing? I better put my fuel line in first. Trying to get the lip of the air filter to go over the hump of the inlet for the carburetor. Alright, they're all on there. That was a pain in the ass. Thought it was going to start right up. So I've been fighting with the Ninja. Yesterday, tried to start it, wouldn't start. Starting fluid in the air filter, boom, start right up. Acting like it didn't have any gas. I thought it was the petcock. I took the expensive petcock off. I put this $18 one on. I got it to run. It seemed like it was running. And I was definitely going between reserve and on. I forget. And I went around the neighborhood. And it was kind of running, not perfectly, but okay. And then it died on me, like a mile away. I had to push it home, basically. It would start and run on choke, so I came home at like 5 miles an hour. It was ridiculous. It took like half an hour to get home. Anyway, I pulled the carbs off, and I poured the gas out of them. It seemed like there was water in the gas. Now, if I put it on, well, yeah, I'll put it on reserve. That looks clear. Okay, now watch what happens when I put it on. See how it's dirty looking? And look, there's like splotches in there. I don't know, but I'm guessing there's water in the gas. There was water in the tank beforehand, maybe. That is definitely cloudy. And that is clear, so that's like good gas. Yeah, and you can see like, you got all the junk in there. Like there's oil or something in there. See that crap? It's like an oil slick in there. Or water. Maybe it's dirty water. I don't know. I'm going to drain the whole tank out. It sucks because I think that I put 3 or 4 gallons of gas in it. But I'll try that. Well, I have to say, this thing has been a real pain in the ass. Where is it? But I think that it is finally a daily driver. Yeah, so got the new tires. It handles great. There was a vibration when I first drove it with the old tires. That's gone. So that was just crappy tires. New back brake pads. Front brakes work great. Back brake is working great. Has all the power that it should. We'll work on the cosmetics later, but I just want to go ahead and just drive it and enjoy kind of sort of being 16 again when I had one. What's funny is I think the one I had a dent right there also. Okay, yeah, so that was pretty fun. I think I'm gonna actually just go enjoy the day a little bit. It's like 3 on a Sunday, 3 p.m. Maybe I should go for a ride in the Mustang, or that thing, or this. I think I'll take this. Yeah, so yeah, what did I do? The gas tank must have had some water in it, and I think that I had put it on reserve, and I think that water got into the carbs, and I think that that's what happened. I put an inline, there's an inline filter. So I drained out all the gas, threw it away, and put in some gas, shook it up, dumped it out. The gas tank inside is horrible. It's been sealed, and the sealant has fallen off. They didn't do it very good. It's just rust color in there. So I think as long as you keep it driving, it'll be okay. But if I want to restore it, I'll have to go find a. Oh, here's this. This is a new gas cap. It was only like $20, but it's from China, and of course it's cracked already. There and there. Junk, of course. Looks good coming out of the box, but you put it on and it's garbage. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go drive around and have some fun with it for a little bit. All right. success. So the Ninja is back in service. It's what I wanted it to be. It doesn't look super pretty. That's okay. I'm not going to restore it right now, but it looks good enough. So we got new brakes, brake pads, the brand new tires. The engine is great. It's nice and strong. Well, there is one exception. I think the clutch is slipping when you get on it. So I have a clutch kit. That was pretty cheap. So I'll put a clutch in it. I'm sure I'll show that. But for now, I have a bike that I can actually drive. So right now I have the Z1R, but that needs a little bit more work. I have a 1980 KZ1000, which probably will be the next video. And I have the Ninja. So I have 3 bikes to choose from. And I have the Mustang. And I also have a Mustang video coming up. I did a conversion from V-belts to serpentine belts because it had this problem with squealing. But whatever. So yeah, so the Ninja's back in service. I can jump on it. I did also, as you saw, I got the video of me driving. I bought a GoPro a year and a half ago and have not used it until just now. So I took a video, and it has a really nice quality video of driving around. Kind of boring to see me drive around, but you can get the flavor of it. Beautiful day when I went for that drive. That was about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago, Sunday. Yeah, well, thank you for watching, and I will try and quicken the pace. I know I say that like every video, but I've just been kind of overwhelmed with other stuff. So, thanks for watching, and see you again next time.